Dust in. Official announcement on Princess Leonor's marriage plans. Princess Leonor's marriage plans are no longer whispers in the corridors of Zarzuela Palace. Today, Spain woke up to an official announcement that has set the entire country, and much of Europe, buzzing. The future queen's path to the altar has begun, and it is far more emotional, dramatic, and deeply symbolic than anyone expected. Within hours of the announcement, Spanish television was flooded with commentators, analysts, and emotional citizens reacting to the news. This is not just a royal wedding. This is the beginning of a new era for Spain's monarchy. And it starts with Leonor. So what exactly was announced? According to the royal household, Leonor's engagement has been formally acknowledged by the king and queen, and wedding preparations have entered the early stages. No exact date has been given, but insiders suggest the ceremony will take place within the next year, possibly as soon as spring. The announcement emphasized the couple's shared commitment to public service, signaling that this will not be a quiet private affair but a national event designed to strengthen the monarchy's connection with the people. But here's where the story becomes even more fascinating. The palace's statement hinted at the location, a historic cathedral in Spain, possibly tied to the ancient coronation traditions of Castile. This would make the ceremony not just a wedding, but a symbolic uniting of Spain's royal past and future. And then there is the groom. Although his name was not explicitly revealed in the announcement, sources close to the family confirm that he has already been introduced to senior royals and has spent private time with Leonor's parents, King Felipe and Queen Letizia. Early reports describe him as well-educated, reserved, and deeply respectful of Leonor's unique position as heir to the throne. This is no ordinary match, it is one carefully chosen to stand the test of both love and duty. Why does this matter so much for Spain? Because Leonor's generation will define the monarchy's survival in the 21st century. After years of political turbulence and debates about the crown's role, Leonor's marriage represents stability and continuity. And Spaniards are paying attention. Social media erupted within minutes of the announcement. Hashtags calling Leonor the Bride of Spain trended across X and Instagram. But the announcement also raised questions. Will the wedding follow strict tradition, or will Leonor introduce a more modern, personal tone? Will she wear a tiara from the royal collection, or will she choose something new? Each of these questions has sparked passionate debate among royal watchers. Let's not forget the emotional layer for the royal family itself. For King Felipe, this is not only a constitutional milestone but also a deeply personal moment. He walked this path himself when he married Queen Letizia, navigating the tension between private love and public duty. For Queen Letizia, who has guided her daughters through the spotlight with great care, this is a bittersweet chapter, letting her eldest child step into the world as a future queen and wife. One courtier revealed that the palace atmosphere changed immediately after the announcement. There was a sense of celebration, but also reflection. Palace staff reportedly gathered in a private chapel for a moment of prayer for the couple's future, a gesture that underscores just how significant this union is for the crown. And what about Princess Sofia, Leonor's younger sister? Those close to the family say she has been one of Leonor's strongest confidants throughout the process, and she is expected to play a major role in the wedding, possibly as maid of honor. This gives the ceremony an even more emotional weight, highlighting the strong bond between the sisters that has been so carefully nurtured by their parents. But there's another layer of intrigue. Some insiders claim that discussions about the guest list are already underway, and they are expected to include royals from Denmark, the UK, and even Monaco. This wedding will be a diplomatic stage as much as a family event, putting Spain at the center of Europe's royal spotlight. The announcement also touched on Leonor's military training, noting that it will continue uninterrupted leading up to the wedding. This decision sends a powerful message, that even as she prepares to marry, Leonor remains committed to her duty as commander-in-chief in training. It is a reminder that her marriage is not just personal happiness, but part of her preparation to lead a nation. The emotional climax of the announcement came when the palace statement concluded with a message written by Leonor herself. She thanked the Spanish people for their support and asked them to share in the joy of this new chapter. Her words were described as sincere and humble, and they struck a chord across the country. As the news spreads, international media is already drawing comparisons to other historic royal weddings, From King Felipe and Queen Letitia's own nuptials to Kate Middleton and Prince William's 2011 wedding in the UK. But many experts say this will be something uniquely Spanish, deeply rooted in Iberian tradition and history. This official announcement marks the end of speculation but the beginning of an even greater wave of curiosity. Where will the wedding be held? What will the dress look like? How will Spain celebrate? Each of these questions will keep royal fans engaged in the months to come, creating a narrative that draws people closer and closer to the monarchy. And as we look ahead, one thing is certain: this is not just a wedding, it is a turning point. The little girl who once held her father's hand at her first official event is now stepping into her destiny. Spain will watch, Europe will watch, and the world will watch, as Princess Leonor begins her journey not just as a bride, but as the future queen. So we wait. With pride, with excitement, with emotion. The announcement has been made. The countdown has begun. And when the bells finally ring on that day, they will not just mark a wedding. They will mark history.